Welcome back, babes! As part of my new routine, I always use the Mario Badescu Rose Water before I do my makeup, just to give it some more freshness. For today's look, we are using the mother of palettes, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Mother in the Sauce palette, my favorite palette, and we are going into the color Raw Sienna, and we are going to blend that in the outer and inner corner of our crease. Actually, it's not only the crease, it's the full eye, so we are just blending that into the inner and outer corner of our eye. For this, I am using a fluffy blending brush, which is a no-name brush again. You guys, please do not ask me what brushes I use. Mostly they're just from eBay, no-name brushes, or they're from Real Techniques, or from Morphe, or from Sigma. After that, we are going into the color Real Gar and blending that into the same thing, outer and inner corners of our eye. I'm using this color to just give it more depth and more color to the crease, and yeah. And I just keep doing this until I have the perfect blend. I also like to drag the outer corners out a little bit to just give it more depth as well, and to give it more volume of the eye, if that makes any sense to you guys. Next, I'm going in with a Catrice concealer, and I'm using this as a base there where I'm going to apply the lighter shade of the eyeshadow, just to make the eyeshadow later on more popping and more coming through. So this is where the actual halo halo eye is going to happen, where I'm going in with the shimmer shade of the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So after applying the concealer, I just blend out the concealer with my fingers, just lightly, and spread it out a little bit more. After that, I'm using a flat brush like this, and I'm applying some Mario Badescu Rose Water on it, and I'm going into the shade, I don't know what's the shade called, the shimmer shade of the palette. You'll recognize it when you see it, and I'm applying that on top of the concealer. Next, I start blending around the shimmer shade with the color Real Gar, just in the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye, how I started at the beginning, and also going around it to give it a smooth blend. With the different blending brush, I also like to blend out the edges of my eyes, but blending them down and not outwards, otherwise you are going too close to your eyebrow. The whole step of applying the shimmer shade and blending out the edges, I do twice, just to make sure there's enough pigment on my eyes. Time for falsies. These are by Anytude, my favorite lash company, which I use in every single tutorial, I think. And these are in the style Silly, I believe. Moving on to my face, I always like to apply some cream before applying foundation, just to give it more moisture. For foundation, I am using the Rimmel 25 Hour Stay Foundation, which is my new favorite foundation. It always gives me a flawless finish, it's full coverage, and it's dewy. It's a dewy finish. I love a dewy finish. I love a dewy finish. I just love it. As you guys know, before blending out the foundation, I always spray some MAC Fix Plus, my favorite shit. To blend out the foundation, I use a foundation brush by Real Techniques. This is from the Berlin edition. I love this brush set, it's my favorite. By the way, for the foundation, I'm in the color beige, as well as my concealer and anything else I use for my face. Actually, I'm always in color beige. For concealer, I am using the L'Oreal Anti-Age Concealer and I'm applying that under my eyes. To blend out the concealer, I am using this beauty blender and it's a really special form. I really like the form because it's perfect for the under eye area, you know. And I saw it in the drugstore and it's a no-name beauty blender, so it's not by Real Techniques, and I love it. It's just perfect to blend out the concealer. To bronze my face, I am using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit as always. To sharpen out my contour, I use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder and I'm in the color 2. And I'm using this tiny sponge and just curving out my contour. I also set my under eye area with this powder because I just love it so much. Next, I use a really big brush to smoothen out all the harsh lines of my contour and of my bronzer. Next, I'm going in with the blush. This is by MAC in the color Peachy, I believe, and I'm just applying that on the apple of my cheeks. For highlight, I am using the Sleek highlight palette and I'm going into the golden or brownish color of the palette and applying that onto my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, my chin, everywhere actually. For lips, I am using the Soar lip liner by MAC, which is kind of a pinkish color, and I'm mixing that with another lip liner by NYX, and that is in the color Chocolate, and that will give it a perfect outline for my lips. For liquid lipstick, I am using Adorable by Milani, a really nice color, and I'm topping off this color because this is matte, so I wanted to mix some gloss with it, and I'm using the NYX lip gloss in the color Tiramisu. And this is the final look. I hope you guys liked the look and enjoyed my tutorial and learned something from it. If you guys liked it, then please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye!